It was just over 13 months ago the last time Miami, Florida, and Georgia Tech met on the football field. Suffice to say, I think we all remember how that game ended. I remember the finish quite vividly. Was sitting down in my basement, sipping a glass of scotch and ready to tweet, easy wire-to-wire cover with Georgia Tech. Thank you to everyone that was on board. At the time, Miami closed as a 19-point home favorite. They were leading 20-17, had the ball, and there was less than a minute remaining. Georgia Tech had no timeouts left. Any sane head coach, understanding the situation, would take a knee and simply let time run out. But Miami head coach Mario Cristobal is anything but sane. The Hurricanes inexplicably continued to run the ball, of course fumbled it away, and Georgia Tech got a miracle 44-yard touchdown pass with 2 seconds remaining. Thus, I was able to tweet outright winner. By the way, you can follow me on X at BrianPower_wins. So, Miami, Florida, unbeaten and ranked 4th in the country, has big-time revenge on their mind this Saturday as they head to Atlanta. Canes are currently 11-point road favorites for this noon Eastern Time kickoff. Total set at 63.5, 64, depending on your book. So how should we be betting this highly anticipated ACC matchup? That is what I'm about to tell you right now. By the way, I am number 1 this season in college football at wagertalk.com. Now 45-22, my last 67 CFB bets going back to last year, plus 75.4 units of profit, and that includes a 9-2 run with plays rated 4% or higher. Now, in addition to being one of 5 teams in the country that's still undefeated, number 4 Miami is number 1 in both scoring and total offense. They average 556.9 yards and 47.4 points per game. It's a big reason why they are 7-1-1 to the over this season. There has not been a single game this season, guys, where the Hurricanes have scored fewer than 36 points. But since ACC play began, they're just 2-3 against the number. And the 2 times they covered were by just 4 and 1 points. Last week, Miami closed minus 21 against Duke. It was actually trailing in the second half. But then Heisman Trophy candidate Cam Ward led an offensive explosion. 5 second-half touchdowns for the Canes. 2 of those were 2-play drives, ending with Ward throwing a long touchdown pass. A touchdown with just over 5 minutes remaining gave the U a somewhat inexplicable cover as they ended up winning the game, beating Duke by a final score of 53-31. Remember, they closed minus 21. Now, while that was going on, Georgia Tech had last week off, and they needed the bye because the Yellow Jackets, they're trending in the wrong direction. They'll come into Saturday off back-to-back losses to Notre Dame and Virginia Tech, and the offense has scored a grand total of only 19 points in those 2 games. It's not good when getting ready to face an offense like Miami's. However, let's note Georgia Tech was without quarterback Haynes King for each of those last 2 games. King's status, per head coach Brent Key, remains up in the air, quote-unquote, for this Saturday. Obviously, it's tough to imagine the Yellow Jackets staying competitive here without their starting quarterback. A key trend for Georgia Tech is that they are 7-3 against the spread versus ranked foes under Key. However, they are 0 for 2 the last 2 tries, failed to cover against both Notre Dame and Louisville earlier this year. Yellow Jackets, they're also 5-1 straight up, 5-0-1 against the number their last 6 home games under Key. When facing an opponent with a winning record at Dodd Stadium, they are 3-1 straight up, 3-0-1 against the spread. Now, Miami, on the flip side, they've won 5 straight on the road, going back to last year's regular season finale. That is actually the longest road win streak for the Canes since those great teams in 2000 to 2003 won 18 straight away from Coral Gables. Georgia Tech, possibly without its starting quarterback. It's difficult to play on here, obviously. But I think so is a Miami team that's trailed by double digits 3 times this season. So, what do we do here? How about let's go back to the total? Over does seem like the logical call here because of Miami's offensive exploits. However, the question mark hanging over whether or not King is going to play for Georgia Tech is significant. So, let's take the unknown out of the equation and simply play Miami over its team total of 38.5. You can find that minus 105 at DraftKings. Again, if you recall from the beginning of this video, Miami has scored at least 36 in every game. They've gone over 38.5 in 7 of their 9 games. Let me know what you think of Miami over team total down in the comments section below. That's going to be my official play here for the video. And again, if you enjoyed this free preview, go ahead, smash that like button. We always appreciate your support here on Wager Talk TV. Those thumbs up are what keeps this content free and coming at you every single day here on YouTube. After you smash that like button, go ahead and head over to wt.buzz/BP. That's where you'll find all of my winning selections. Again, number 1 this season in CFB, 45-22 last 67, plus 75.4 units. Went 3-1 last Saturday on the college gridiron. That included a pair of 4% best bet winners, Air Force and SMU. Probably going to have another 4 plays posted for this Saturday in CFB. One more time, wt.buzz/BP is the place to go. That is going to do it for me today. Make sure you are subscribed to that Wager Talk YouTube channel. And until next time, guys, let's cash some tickets.